Hello everyone, it's Kevin with Earth2 Mastery, and today I'm very excited to share with you the withdrawal process from Earth2.io and show you proof that I got my withdrawal. Try to give you the format that you need to make your withdrawal in so that you can avoid any hitches and get your money quickly. Okay, so the first things first, I've got my 5% discount code in that description down below and probably pinned to the top comment. If you do make any new tile purchases, I would appreciate you considering using my code, and each of us will get a 5% rebate. All right, so you can see that back in January 3rd, I set up my TransferWise account. This is a picture from my TransferWise account. And in order to verify my ID and verify that I was a real person, I had to deposit $20. So I deposited $20 using a credit card, which is why it cost me 68 cents. You can link a bank account to TransferWise and they don't charge you any extra fees, but I use a credit card, so it was 68 cents. TransferWise, I've been doing some research. I've heard a lot about it recently. I did not know about it before. I never had occasion to use it. Apparently, TransferWise moves billions of dollars. They're the oldest, if not one of the oldest, if not the oldest international money transfer apps, and they're very safe. And they're very low cost as well. They bring mid-market fees. Their idea is to bring mid-market fees to personal users. So their fees are very low compared to other international money transfer options. So TransferWise is the account that you probably should be using to make your withdrawals. Also, if you're making large deposits on Earth2, you can use TransferWise and get a bonus that way, as it is the preferred platform of the developers on Earth2. So I've got my link down in the description as well for TransferWise. If you join through that link, you get up to $600 transfer fee free. So you do save some money by using that link down there below. And let's get into it. So Earth2 uses TransferWise to allow users to take their Earth2 credits out into US dollars or any other currency. They convert to other currencies as well. They focused on US dollars in this withdrawal process information, probably because originally it was US dollars on the site. Now it's e-dollars, which are still equivalent to US dollars, but you can transfer to other currencies on TransferWise as well. My particular withdrawal was into US dollars. It came out of Australian dollars. So they deposited it in Australian dollars, but it came to me in US dollars. Okay, we highly suggest signing up for a free to TransferWise and setting up free borderless US dollar bank account, which will allow you to send US dollars directly to that account faster and more seamless. That is true. It's been pretty easy to use. I mean, I had to get used to the format just because I'd never used it before, but it isn't a difficult process. If you would like to make a withdrawal request, please send it via the same email your Earth2 account is registered with. That's important. If you don't do that, it's going to cause delays. Any requests we receive that are not from the email address associated to the relevant account will be ignored. Further email checks will be carried out to ensure the request is authentic before being processed. Okay, so don't send it from you have to make sure it's the same email account. Otherwise, they're just going to ignore it, and then you're going to have delays because you're going to wonder where your money is. You're not going to hear from them, and then they're going to have to get a different email from you, start the process over again. You're going to go to the back of the line. Okay, please email details to credits@earth2.io. I will type that down in the description so that you can just copy and paste it into your email address or your email itself so that you can message them your details. If you have created a free borderless US dollar bank account on TransferWise, simply email us the details of that account as provided by TransferWise. If you do not have one, do not worry. We can still send it to your standard bank account. And when emailing us, please provide. TransferWise was quick for me, guys. I would just sign up for TransferWise. It's free. It's not expensive to sign up. You just have to verify your identity there like you would any other bank account. And that $20 that you put in, you could take back out. So they just want to make sure that you're a real person and not a scammer. Your full legal name, address, account name, email address, which should match your account email address, bank name, bank account name, account number, amount you wish to receive, and any relevant information for international transfer to your bank account. Okay, I will type all of that into a format down below in the description so you can copy it and paste it into the body of your email and just fill it in with your details. I did it. for myself, and it worked out quickly and without any hitch. They didn't ask any additional questions. I didn't have to correct anything. So you can utilize that format as well, and I'll paste it down below. Also, confirm with your confirm with your bank that it can receive US dollars into your bank account, as all payments will be sent in US dollars. This is important, as if your account cannot receive US dollars, the payment will not clear. Please note to have these details correct before sending. All payments are processed via a filtration service with financial licenses, and those services do run checks for us on all provided details, as Earth 2 does not wish to break any anti-money laundering laws or financial compliance laws. If you provide incorrect information and the payment is rejected, there may be additional costs to you. Okay, I didn't have any costs to withdraw. Apparently right now, Earth 2 is covering any kind of transfer fees that are associated with TransferWise when they send you the money. Now, when you send the money out of TransferWise to another account, there may be small fees. They're not covering those, but they did cover the fees coming from them to me. So TransferWise has a US dollar bank account. I transferred it into there. If you have some other type of currency, like I said, you can still withdraw in that currency from TransferWise. They will deposit to your US dollar bank account, and then you can send the money from there in the format of another currency. So you could still move it to a different account, or you can get a debit card from TransferWise that you can use to spend the money. I think you have to pay a one-time fee of $9, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong, but I think it was $9 on TransferWise if you wanted a debit card, and then you could spend the money directly from there. Ensure the amount of credit you have requested remains in your game balance. If the game balance has fallen below that amount you requested by the time we deduct the balance from your account, your request will be skipped and you will need to reapply, which means you go back to the end of the line. Okay, I did this the whole time. I waited until I had the amount of money that I wanted to withdraw, which was my initial investment amount back in December. I had put in $1,225. I wanted to withdraw at least that amount so that I got all the money back out that I had put into the game. I got $1,275 out. That way, if I had any fees along the way that were kind of a surprise, it still covered it. So once I decided I wanted $1,275 out, I made my withdrawal request through email. I did not ever let my account get down below $1,275 because there was no way for me to tell when they were finally going to go through with the withdrawal request. So at any minute, they could log in there and see that it's below the amount that you requested, and it will just stop your request altogether. So don't plan on putting more money back in there or plan on property sales. And you need to make sure that you have that amount in your balance, and then also that it stays in there until you receive your credit. It was difficult for me because I wanted to spend the money on more land, so I kept having to talk myself out of ruining my withdrawal process. So don't do that. All right, there will also be transfer costs involved, so we do ask users to consider withdrawing amounts over at least $50 for now until we have a more streamlined option with lower fees. The more you withdraw at present, the better it is for you from a fee perspective. Right, so your bank may have different fees involved, and so whatever bank you're using, there may be extra fees. For instance, when I funded my TransferWise account, I used a credit card instead of a debit card instead of linking my bank account. And it turned out that was a mistake because my credit card wanted to charge me a cash advance fee on that amount as well. So in addition to paying the 68 cents, my credit card tried to charge me a $10 cash advance fee. Now I called them and explained to them that I didn't realize that that was a cash advance. And so they waived the $10 fee for me because I am a good customer, but you know, they may charge you that if you try to fund it with a credit card. So I would recommend using a debit card because there's already cash on there, so I don't think it would be considered a cash advance, or actually linking a bank account to the TransferWise account to fund it, because then I believe there were no ACH fees. Okay, and so if you get a wire to your bank account, they could charge you, you know, $20 or $30 or whatever it is your bank account charges you, especially if it's in a different currency. Like if your currency isn't US dollars in the country where you receive the wire, there may be conversion costs as well. So, you know, that's why I recommend using TransferWise, because I already did it and I recognized that the fees were very low. And even when I was checking out how much it costs to send that money to an outside bank account, like I wanted to send it from TransferWise to my own bank account, it was only a couple dollars, you know, for $1,000 transfer. So it wasn't expensive like a wire. Okay, there will. This is the $50. This is where they're telling you that there's fees for withdrawing, and so you want to withdraw at least $50. But it says we are growing fast and we do not want to rush things and potentially make a mistake. So we appreciate your patience and support. Okay, so it's a pretty straightforward. People were saying it's a very convoluted and confusing withdrawal process. It's not. It's just lengthy because they're dealing with so many requests and people keep emailing. And we'll get into that here as well. So here is the email. After I sent my email requesting my withdrawal, here's the email that I finally got from ERT2 a few days later when they were acknowledging receipt of my withdrawal request. So it says, "Dear ERT2 user, we would firstly like to thank you for your interest and support of ERT2. These are early days, but we have an exciting future and look forward to enjoying the journey together." I do too. "We thank you for your withdrawal application and congratulate you on playing our game and making this withdrawal request. This email has been sent to you by one of our team members to acknowledge your request and to advise you that our team has begun the process of reviewing your application. Part of that review is that they want to make sure that you haven't scammed other people too. And if you've interacted with accounts that were scamming other people, then that may delay as well. Even if you didn't actually even if you weren't actually the scammer, if you interacted with a scammer's account, they want to make sure that you're not getting somebody else's funds. Because if the scammer stole land from somebody else and then sold it to you, they may have transactions that they have to reverse. I'm not sure about that process because they haven't been public with it, but they may have transactions that they have to reverse in order to get the first person their land. And then they have to take that money from the second person because it was theirs illegitimately. If that was your money, they need to give it back to you. And they need to take your land. So that, if this land has traded hands several times, it could be a lengthy process. This email has been sent to you by one of our team members. Okay, we went over that. Each withdrawal request is reviewed manually to ensure that other users are not taken advantage of, and our manual process is in place to protect you as much as it is your other fellow ERT2 users. I agree with that, and I appreciate it. We have created an amazing platform that did not exist a few months ago, and we're happy that we've been able to provide our platform to thousands all over the world. But our platform has grown a lot faster than we anticipated, and we now have close to 250,000 users. So we hope you will keep that in mind when we review your account history and we ask for your patience. Complaining about these process times publicly only causes more work for our team to manage when we could be focusing on processing your withdrawal requests and others. If you have requested a larger amount to withdraw, the duration is likely going to take longer as there are more transactions we need to manually check. Our team is working on automating these checks, but for now, our only option is to do them manually. We do sincerely appreciate your patience, and we can assure you that if there has been no abnormal activities associated with your account, i.e. attempting to scam people, breaking terms, etc., then your withdrawal will certainly be processed, as we also want you to benefit from ERT2, and we will once again congratulate you and hope you continue to follow our progress on ERT2. Regards, ERT2. Okay, so it's just like, it's just an email thanking you, encouraging you to be patient because they know it's going to be a long time. So I've seen a lot of people that aren't getting their money within a couple of weeks and they're complaining. And then even ERT2 comes on there and says, "Hey, we can't find your username. Who are you?" Well, it's probably because they're trying to put a fake ID in ERT2 and then they're trying to withdraw to somebody else. And it's causing money laundering issues, or ID verification issues. So that's a problem. Or they're one of these people that was scamming people, was saying like, user submitted a bid for $40,000 instead of a penny or whatever, and then they're losing, other people are getting scammed out of their land. Or they're providing wrong account numbers, and then when they get at the end of the line again, because they have to send in new emails, now they're complaining because it's been 4 or 6 weeks. Well, just expect that it's going to take a month to get the money, and then it won't be an issue for you. And quit emailing them over and over again. If they've already sent you an email saying that they received your request, I did not email them again. I didn't ask them any more questions. I just waited. And then eventually, I got my money. For me, it was only a couple of weeks. For you, it might only be a couple of weeks if you actually provide them with all the information correctly the first time. And that's why it's probably good if you use the format that I'm going to post in the description down below for you. And I also use TransferWise, which was their preferred method of transfer. So it's probably behooves you to use TransferWise as well. Also, a link down in the description for that. So I've tried to provide you everything in this video to get your money as quickly and seamlessly as possible. And I hope that you enjoy that there is proof here of a withdrawal, since there's a lot of people out there who are saying that it's a scam. But it isn't a scam as far as I'm concerned, because I was able to withdraw my money in the process that they outlined for me. All right, guys, I'm going to do another video later tonight, and I look forward to talking to you again.